Hi guys, this is Avinash Sharma, and in this session we will discuss the indexers. Indexers in .NET C Sharp. What are the indexers? It's like array. In array, we store the multiple elements and the array assign the value to each and every one. Generally, the value starts from the 0, 1, 2, 3. That is called the index number in array. And the same thing in indexer, we can store the multiple instance of a class. And again, a number is assigned to this instance 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These indexes are very similar to the properties. Like the properties, we have the setter or getter method, set method, get method. But there is a major difference. In case of the indexer, always we have to supply a parameter. Now we check the syntax of the indexer. So first of all, we have the access modifier. It could be a public, private, protected, or internal. Then second one, return type. It could be again string or other data type. Then this is the important, and this it's a keyword, and it's a point to object of the current class. Then argument list. So we can supply the number of arguments because this indexer always takes parameters. And then we have the method set or get, similar to the properties set or get. So this is the basic difference between the indexer and the property. In case of the indexer, always it takes some parameter. Now we check the indexer practically. So first of all, you can see we have a class that is the employee data. In this class we have three properties: employee ID, employee name, and gender, and another class employee management. In this class we are creating collection list, and the instance is the employee data. So first of all, we have a constructor. The constructor of this class, say new, then dot add a record, add, then new employee data, and first of all EmployeeID. So then emp name string, so, and third one is the gender, and gender say we say male. So this is the first record, and we have the list of the other records, so we take that one. So within the constructor of this class, we are creating a collection, list collection, and name is the list employee data, and we are inserting the data employee ID from 1 to say 8, then name of the employee and their gender. So this is our collection. Now we create a indexer. Indexer, say first of all access modifier public, then return type, and this keyword, this points the instance of this class, current class, then int empid. This is the argument, and we have to supply the value for this argument. Now set or get method. So first of all say set method. In the set, name of the this list, and say first or default, and then lambda expression, then x dot, and emp name, emp id equal to say empid, and then dot say emp name and equal to value. So we are using the lambda expression, and this expression will search this value when we supply the value for the empid. So we first of all compare the list of this within the this list. So this function will search this EmployeeID within the this collection. Suppose we supply the value 1, so we have the EmployeeID 1, and then we are setting the value for the employee ID whose ID is the 1, then value. Now get. Say and return. So this is our indexer, and we will supply the employee ID. It will search the employee ID within the collection and accordingly return the results or set the value of for the employee name. Okay, now this is done. Now we take this class and say then object equal to and then say name of employee and then object say 1. So this object instance of this points this method indexer current instance of this class. So this. So when you say object, it means this, and we pass 1. So this parameter will take the employee ID 1. So we are not assigning the value. Okay, we are getting the value. So this will call this method get returns, and it will search the employee ID 1, and on the basis of the employee ID, it will return the employee name. So on the 1 we have the employee ID John. Okay, now we check this one. So we can observe the name of the employee is the John. Suppose if I change or say reset the value of the name and say before change, I say obj then 1 and equal to say I say new John, and then after another line after change I print the same value. Now if I check this one, so you can see before change name of the employee is John, and after change it's a new John. So this is how you can use the indexer. Now suppose we have the collection, and the collection we have the 3 fields. So we have the 3 fields: employee ID, employee name, and gender. So right now in the indexer we can accessing or setting the value of only one field, that is the employee name. Suppose also you need to access the gender on and set the value for the gender. Then how can you do that one? So for this purpose, comma, then string and say FLD, and here if FLD equal to say and then this one, and else part say else, and now we change rather than we take the gender. Same thing and if else, then we return the gender. Now this indexer requires the two parameter. So if we check in method, so we have an error because we are passing only one value. Okay, so what I do, comma, then space, sorry, n, and again say n, and again say n. Now I take this line and say before change gender, and this time is blank, and say female, and this is also blank after change gender. So if I supply the n, then in case of the n we have the employee name, and else if we pass, let's say, some blank value, then the second statement gender gender. So check, now we can check before change name John, after change it's new John, before change it was male, and after change it's female now. So this is how you can create the indexer for the classes. So guys, this was all about the indexer in .NET C#. Thanks for watching the video.